Have you ever wondered what happened to Nikola Tesla? Well, in this video we are going to find out. We are playing Gadget today, ladies and gentlemen, and she is Nikola Tesla's protege for sure. This is a build that I'm calling Tesla's protege. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am Sylphin, and we taking a look at Gadget. So the inspiration for this build is focused around her ultimate. What can we do to help out her ultimate called Tesla Dome out? Well, it's based around a few cards, ladies and gentlemen. Stasis gems, so that hopefully we can lure them to our central spot and we can place down our ultimate and then become immune to damage for 2.5 seconds as they're wailing away on you, thinking they're doing damage, but they're actually not. And then the second one is Plasma Channel. It shreds armor that's all nearby, so because we're going to try to get them close to us, we're hopefully going to have a lot of penetration, as this is our only real source of penetration besides this Magna Lens. It's not too much, so hopefully this can kind of go other than that. Other than that, it's a little bit of health and some mana, so it really should be quite well. So we're going to start off with a health potion, mana potion, and a cast token. Of course, as a caster, that is very important. And I'm going to go and looks like solo this Bellica here in the mid lane. Unfortunately, we had some not too helpful players here, as they all kind of fought over the draft lobby and kind of screwed us over. As you can see, somebody left. Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, like usual, if you would like to support the channel, please head on over to my Patreon account if you would like to support that way on a monthly basis, or head on over to my Amazon wish list if you'd like to support that way. So, the very first ability we are getting here is our Speed Gate, as it is our defensive ability, probably the best defensive ability of all of them. It puts down a little gate that enables you to get increased movement speed from it. So you place it down here. It takes a little bit of time to actually get out there and to actually activate. So you have to really be quite careful when you are choosing to use it, and just have to you have to take into account that there is a delay. So have to remember that. The next ability that we're going to get here is our Sticky Mine, so we can throw it out there on this Bellica. Looks like no, I'm not able to get it on her, but hopefully maybe she walks into it. No, she doesn't. So that is our long-range poke ability called Sticky Mine. It's a fantastic ability to kind of constantly poke at the enemy. It's a very long range ability. And is great for that poke, like we said. So the next ability that we're getting here is called Seek and Destroy. What it does is it throws out this this kind of little drone that impacts with terrain, but it also can be re-triggered to stop. So you can throw it out, re-trigger it to stop, or you can just let it kind of come into contact with terrain, or I believe enemies. It's really buggy, at least it certainly was, and sometimes it would stop on heroes, sometimes it would stop on minions. You could never really tell exactly when it would stop, so it's kind of hard to tell. So I'm going to put it there, as you can see, it's ticking away on that, slowing them down, and it's a good way to get some damage. What we are going to focus on is our right click, as our Seek and Destroy, sorry, as it does definitely get the most amount of kind of upgrades from it. It upgrades its cooldown, it upgrades its damage, upgrades pretty much everything about it. So it is very effective for upgrading. This Bellica is doing a fantastic job, though, of kind of poking at me, but we have yet to use a health and mana potion, so that is okay. Trying to get these last hits, but really not able to. We're going to use our Seek and Destroy here, push this up a little bit, and make sure we can get something happening here. Trying to get these last hits, but really struggling here. So in terms of combinations with Gadget, not really combinations of any kind. You can certainly obviously use your speed, or sorry, your seek and destroy to obviously slow down the enemy, or you know, use that to slow them down, and then you can follow that up with a sticky mine to really help secure the engagement, or you can, you know, simply just use your sticky mine, throw it on them, that sort of thing. Obviously, there's some synergy with your seek and destroy into your ultimate, which is called Tesla Dome, a 464 damage. 464 damage in a large area. It's quite substantial in that it hurts. It really hurts. So we're gonna continue on here with our right click, our seek and destroy, and let's see here what the Bellica is doing. She chose to run right through our tower and try to disrupt those minions there from getting onto us. I'm going to place this right here. Where's that Bellica coming in from behind? She can't be that tricky. So we definitely. Oh, Yochis! Holy smokes! Look at that. I'm going to hide behind this. We're not going to go back just yet, although probably really should. I'm going to pick up this and then go back once we get behind this tower. So, ladies and gentlemen, the very first card we are going to get is, of course, our Sage's Ward. We need that health to stay alive against the damage. Make sure that we get card power, and make sure we can try to get some kind of advantage here in this game. Alright, we are going to be very aggressive here. Do some kind of strange, but let's see. Oh, no. Alright. We can't do anything. We're going to come in from behind. Use our Tesla Dome to kind of make sure that they, you know, either go into our tower or retreat. But the Murdoch did a good job of zoning us out here. And looks like at the 8-minute mark, our the enemy team here will certainly do a great job here. I'm going to throw this out, see what we can do. Not too much. We're going to do this into our speed gate. And that's exactly how you use your speed gate there. Very easy to put that down a fair amount in front of you. You don't want to do it too you don't want to do it too far away, because there is a bit of a delay when it does you know, obviously activate. There we go. We got these. Maybe we can do something funny here with this Murdoch. I am kind of a good counter to him, as I can certainly. Oh, the Richter, wasn't paying attention there. And let's see if he can pull him. No, definitely not. Just gonna get these. Make sure that this goes in the right direction here. Let's see if we can. Let's do this. Oh, very close. Not able to make that connect on him. We're gonna put down a ward here. Just to make sure that we have this. Our lanes are going in the right direction. I'm going to continue actually going with my Tesla, with my right click, just because that is going to help with these lanes a lot. And as you can see, they're getting those last hits even with my seek and destroy. So it looks like this is a very unfortunate game, ladies and gentlemen. Three of my friendly team here has indeed chosen to give up the poor sports. So I am still going to post this, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Yeah. Unfortunately, not much I can do here. Oh, but very nicely done. I don't have enough mana for my Tesla Dome, unfortunately, which pretty much makes me completely useless against these guys. So not really much I can do here, except save my own skin. And go back to base, spend these 3 card power, and get my mana back. So now that we are here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get this Elysian Diamond in the 5th slot. It has a basic spark. We're going to get rid of these because we are behind. I need to make full use of my card power, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Make sure that I get that fully upgraded bonus and continue on here and try to defend these inhibitors. Totally a lost cause, but sportsmanship, ladies and gentlemen, that is where it is all at. So I'm gonna be really aggressive here. I'm being pretty stupid, so there we go. That's fine with me. Let's do this here. Do this, and I'm really, really lucky. Hopefully this Richter here can indeed finish him off. And I think we can. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! Wow. Look at that. 3 for 0 as we totally kick their butts. That was pretty good. So that's kind of my my thinking here for that's kind of my thinking here for how to play this build. What I want to do is try to focus on okay, ladies and gentlemen, trying to do this here. Hopefully it lands on... Nice! Oh, ladies and gentlemen. We're having fun here. Richter and I doing our thing. Trying our best against this enemy team. Doing actually fairly well. It's kind of quite funny. After this Elysian Diamond, we're going actually into another one. Just because the Elysian Diamond is so powerful, giving us everything we need. Mana, regen, health, damage. Really one of my favorite cards. Absolutely by far. So that is exactly what I want to do here. Let's go and see if we can actually defend this inhibitor. I don't think so. But let's see here. Let's do this. Let's do this. And a Tesla Dome for good measures here. We're going to have to watch out for this. I'm going to do this for some of this. Try to get this Sevarog here. Let's do this. And he's definitely dead. Yeah, that's one dead Sevarog right there. There we go. Yeah, one dead Sevarog. Should be able to... Oh boy, need to push up this lane here. Oh dear. Richter is covering that mid lane, although our left lane here is going to be moving in the wrong direction. So I simply need to get one of these lanes going in the right direction, and then that will be one lane we can forget about. Not quite 3-card power yet. So yeah, there you guys go. There is kind of the strategy for Gadget that I want to do. I want to focus on kind of baiting the enemy into a not so favorable engagement, and then you know, kind of just letting my abilities work their way on them, and kind of have it win that way. We're gonna have to go back to base pretty quickly because I can't really keep up with them. After this is the Plasma Channel, but we don't have enough mana. The next one after that is Stasis Gem. We're gonna have to go back into another Elysian Diamond because we're simply not gonna get that much card power. So I want to use as much power as possible at all times. Shout out to these guys here being piss poor sports here, including the one other player that obviously isn't being shown here. Very unfortunate. Man, it really is really unfortunate because I only get one game. I'm only going to get one game today to try to make a video for you guys, and my video is now ruined. By this, and you know, 3 people being complete dinks, and I am forced to, you know, wait a whole other day to do stuff, and it just ruins absolutely everything. It's just absolutely so unfortunate, and I hope that you guys are better than that. So let's do this here. We're gonna go hard onto this Murdoch here, but it looks like they can't. There's the power of Oh, I want to be sneaky here with that Murdoch, but it doesn't look like I can be. Let's do this and throw this out there. Hopefully he sticks to his Murdoch. Aww, he can't stick to your Murdoch. Okay, well, that's to be expected. Can't really expect them to be that stupid. So what we can do, though, is we're going to throw this all way over there. Throw this out. Does that connect with them? No, it doesn't. That's okay. So we'll just go back to base here, spend this 3-card power, and then, ooh, or go after this, Bellica here that's being kind of cheesy, but hey, you gotta go defend our tower. This will at least be good card power. There's the Richter being a complete and total boss. We're gonna do this here. One thing about her sticky mine is the fact that it actually gets on top of you as well. So you can actually place it on top of you and get into a nice position that forces the enemy, or that forces that sticky mine to get placed perfectly exactly where you want it. What is that? Richter is just going to town, just insane. Well done. That's really quite impressive what he's doing. It's really quite something here. So we're gonna get 6 card power before we go back. I don't have enough for my ultimate, so let's see here what we can do. Come on, ultimate. Come on, ultimate. Now would be a perfect time. Let's do this here. But I don't have any of my other abilities, which would certainly finish him off here. And let's go back. I think this is game. But at this point, 6 card power. Pretty much, I would have to say we would go for some two casts here. Pretty much what we have to do. So let's go back. See if we can make any plays happen. We don't have very many we don't have very many things going on here. Let's see. Richter. Yeah, let's stay with a Richter. Why not? Let's be aggressive. Sure. Let's do this here. That's 1 dead. Severo, there we go. I'm gonna give the speed gate here. What are you doing? Alright guys, hopefully you still enjoy this. I am simply continuing this to be an example of sportsmanship and sportsmanship and plays. That's all I'm doing. That's all why I'm doing this. Just to show you that you can still, at all times, be a good sport. I mean, I hope that you understand that I only get a certain amount of time every day to play this. So think in your head that I have accepted my fate today. That I can't be useless. Pretty much, I'm pretty much useless today. And the one hour that I get to have fun, to be useful, the hour that I look forward to every day is wasted by this, frankly, shitty attitude. Shout out to Young Veteran and Little Beast 916. But especially shout out to Too Legit to Quit 7 for being absolutely baller here. I'm making the plays 7-6. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that just awesome? Like, just awesome. That he stuck around, was a complete baller as Richter. Just freaking cool. Just freaking cool. So we're gonna go to the scoreboard here. Definitely give this guy a friend request because he was freaking awesome. Gonna go here. Definitely abandoned team here. Poor sports. But the enemy team, of course, had fun with it as well. 2 Legit was absolutely awesome. What a team player. You're the best, man. Awesome job. I mean, awesome sport. What can I say? Let's take a look, guys, at the build. Here is the build, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, starting off with the Archmagus as your prime card. She does damage. She is a damage dealer. She's a caster. If she's going to be the only caster on your team, definitely want to do that damage because it's quite substantial, especially with this build if you get some good synergy, a good ultimate off as well. So right off the bat, start off with your health potion, health potion, mana potion, and a cast token. I left the Shepherd's File in there just in case you want to be a little bit of a supporty sort of gadget in that early game. She is kind of a... They've classified her as a caster support, which I don't think she necessarily fulfills the support role all that well, but she certainly could. So the Shepherd's File is just in there as an option. The very first card that you guys get is obviously a ward for sure. Sage's Ward for this health meta. Getting that health, making sure you can stay alive in that early game, getting that CP, get those last hits so you can stay alive, hopefully get an advantage over the enemy team. After the Sage's Ward, we go into a Elysian Diamond, which is absolutely an amazing card. 1 CP of damage, 2 CP of health again, because you want to stay alive in that early game, and some mana regen, which in the early game is so valuable. It's mind-blowing how valuable that is. Go and check out my mana versus mana regen video if you need the mathematical proof for that, because it is definitely there. 2 minor cast and a basic spark keeps the damage up, but also gives emphasize that mana regen, which as a caster you're gonna have mana issues, as you saw even with 2 mana potions. So after that Elysian Diamond, you saw that we went for another Elysian Diamond, just because it's the next 6 card power. It's going to give you the most value for your money. Elysian Diamond, 2 minor casts, and this time some more lesser health. I would, because you're getting the Sage's Ward, another Elysian Diamond, and this one, I would kind of prefer to go for another basic spark, but this Elysian Diamond you keep for the rest of the game, and health is going to be better. There's not much health in the end game build, so that's why we're going to get a lesser health in this one. After this Elysian Diamond, then you have a good, really good foundation set up for you to go into all of your other expensive cards. The very first one we get is Plasma Channel for that shred in the 4th slot, so that once you can use this, then use your ultimate, and then immediately followed by the Plasma Channel, give you that shred, hopefully with a whole bunch of enemy heroes nearby, so that you can just go right through all of their barrier and make sure you do maximum damage. After the Plasma Channel here, we get a Stasis Gem, which this is going to help. Hopefully you can bait them, be a pseudo support where you can absorb damage just a little bit, and hopefully you can kind of stand right in the middle there. Get them all to move right into the middle of your ultimate. Use this so that you can kind of forego all that damage and crowd control effects for 2.5 seconds. I think this is definitely more powerful than you think in the right situations. The upgrades, though, you leave for later. You just want that bonus. Leave those upgrades for later. After the Stasis Gem, we go back into an Elysian Diamond that actually replaces our mana potion. So this Elysian Diamond here, Celestial Health. This is all the health that we really get in the late game. It's a pretty squishy build, but again, you're going for that Stasis Gem, so hopefully you can do something with that. This is one of my weirder builds here. I'm not too sure if it entirely works, but it's definitely a cool concept if you can time it really well with a Decker fence, you can kind of lure them all in. You can put the fence down. You can put your ultimate right in there. Use your plasma channel, and then use your stasis gem. And they're like, oh, what do we do for 2.5 seconds? I think it's more powerful, and then you just get out of there because she does have her speed gate. Interesting idea. After the Elysian Diamond with the Celestial Health and 2 major casts, then we go into a Magna Lens, which gives us penetration, mana regen, and some energy damage. Just because the Plasma Channel only works for 4 seconds, still want to be doing some damage, so getting that shock. Whole bunch of options. You get 1 2-point shock, and then you can either get a 2 shock, 2 spark, and then you can either get a basic spark and basic minor shock, sorry, depends on what the enemy team has. After the Magna Lens, go into a Mage's Ward to replace your Sage's Ward, because you need that damage, so you can get these upgrades and then the Stasis Gem upgrades. Final build, Stasis Gem, Plasma Channel, Magna Lens, Mage's Ward, this Elysian Diamond, and this Elysian Diamond. Pretty interesting build. It would take a lot of, a good team composition that focuses on control and the AoE thing, with definitely a Decker, I would say. Definitely would require communication and good positioning, good team effort to make sure that everything works. There you guys have it. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about this build. I am sorry for this video. Like I said before, I'm still posting this because I want to be an example of good sportsmanship, to show to you what can happen in a game and what you should do. Somebody left because somebody disconnected their internet or something, didn't even make it to the game, because there's a big thing in the draft lobby, and 2 people gave up. They were on comms. They said they wanted to be a Murdoch-Narbash combo, but Richter had gotten the first pick, and he picked Richter. So it was up to that Narbash to change his hero, and he didn't. So, very unfortunate. Showcase of both bad sportsmanship and hopefully good sportsmanship. Please like this video if you like it. Dislike it. If you very much did dislike it, please go ahead, dislike it. I understand. And share this with the community. Of course, guys, subscribe. If you liked this, if you liked what I kind of standing for here, please subscribe if you liked it or found it helpful. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic, positive, and be a good sport.